And truth be told, what a lot of people don't understand, a lot of guys don't understand this here, is that most of the time, you don't know that your woman or your girl, most guys never did it before. Had a threesome, you know what I'm saying? You got two women with you, or you got 3 or 4 women with with you in one night. You may lay down with. Most guys done. They don't know that they woman done had that before. Most women done had 2 guys in one night. But most women, and I ain't talking about most women, I'm talking about most harlots, most pros, most hizzos, they done had a woman. I mean, these type of ladies, they done had 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 guys in one night. So if your woman, and how you can recognize that is that this woman can have intercourse with you from sun up to sundown. She's all freaked out, man. She turned out. You see what I'm saying? And what that mean is, how you notice that, like when you have a relation with a woman, and she got this high, this overly excessive high sex drive, and it be to the point to where it just get on your nerve. You're like, y'all probably did it 3 times for 2 hours already, and then guess what? She got ready to go to work. You got ready to go to work. Ain't nobody been asleep. You can't get fired from your job. I can't get fired from my job, because then we're going to be evicted out on the street looking stupid. So at least let's be smart about it. We done did our little thing. You know what I'm saying? Let us go ahead and get some sleep, because we got to go to work so we can get up and pay rent. She get angry. She get upset. She want to do it some more. That's when right then and there, those type of women, they claim that they got high sex drive. They claim that they a freak. No, they a freak, but really what it is, those type of women, those type of females that had trains ran on them. They're used to, you understand, going through 5 guys, and most guys never could imagine that your woman done had, like, not your woman, your female, because a woman is righteous. Your female, she done had months, she done had years where she was going through 5 guys in one day. But you don't expect it. You can't even imagine her doing that. But yes, unless you got some game, then you can understand that the average harlot, she can go through 20 guys in one day. And how they do that? They go over here. It's 5 guys in this house. She come in there. Each one of them pull out some money. Boom, 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 boom. Or one of them give her enough money. And then his home. Whenever you see a woman hang around a group of guys, and it's just 1 or 2 females, trust me, she's getting that work. Now, unless she's in a relationship with one of them, that's different. It's a little, the jury's still out on that. But if you see a female, say, "Oh, I'm just hanging with the homies," what y'all doing? We just smoking and chilling. They the homies. No, they wearing her ass out. If she just want to freelance and just lounging around, it's 10 guys, 20 guys in the house, and she the only girl in there. Trust me, if she's not in an exclusive relationship with one of them, all of them hitting her. All of them hitting her, because men ain't finna have no woman around just standing around, peeping Tom, watching, looking, because she can go back and snitch and lie and tell all type of shit. So they playing mad, or they in there doing whatever they doing. Hey, you got to go. Because most men, they gonna get mad as hell. Hey, I'm gonna have some relation, I'm gonna have some sex. Is you gonna do it for me? She gonna say no. They finna, y'all, you got to go. You ain't finna hit our blunt. You ain't finna drink our liquor. You got to go. because they already got other females that they can call to come over there, you know what I'm saying, and get down with. So that's sign number one. She constantly want to go and have sex. Because this woman really wouldn't mind if you called 3 of your homeboys over there so she can get her satisfaction. It's not that she have high sex drive. It's a difference between having high sex drive and being worn out and turned out. What that means when she worn out and she turned out, meaning no amount of ding-a-ling is going to satisfy her. No man can please this woman. Whether you hung all the way down to the floor. These type of women leave men who hung down all the way to the floor. They get up and leave them men too. Every relationship they get in, within a short period of time, they done with that person. They gone to the next person because they very promiscuous. And promiscuous mean that they have frequent, random, short-lived sexual encounters with people. So when a woman is promiscuous, she get them, regular sized men, and then she get the ones that hung over to the floor. Man, they get up and walk off and leave them just like it ain't nothing. So no man can satisfy her. The man in his mind thinking, oh, I'm breaking her back, oh, I'm doing this. Yeah, they may make all them little stupid noises and little funny faces, but at the end of the day, she's worn out. Her body, her hormones. Most of these women can sit there and you can stab them for 5 hours straight, and they'll look at you in your face and tell you they ain't had no orgasm. They worn out. A lot of women reach that stage to where their body is like a 60-year-old woman. And most women that's been porn stars, or they used to prostitute, or they got a whole bunch of miles, or a large body count. Those women have to have hysterectomies because you've messed your sexual reproductive organs up doing stupid things that you've done out here being promiscuous. So then these women having hysterectomies at 50 and 60 because why? They worn out down there. They worn out. They did too much, too quick, too fast. And then a lot of these women, they have relation and they never ever, they have relation and penetration, but they never have an orgasm. They don't have an orgasm. They just have relation just for the feeling, but they really don't reach no climax. These women here, most of those porn star women, they tell the stories on how they wish they had never got into that industry to where some of those women, they say, man, look, you got 2 sets tonight. We're going to pay you $500 for each set. Huh? Make $1,000 one day? Yeah. You got a set you on at 7 o'clock this morning, and then you come back at 8 o'clock tonight, and you got another set. She's like, oh, man. Before you know it, 15 guys that ran up in her. That's just in one day. One day. Then she needs some more money, so she coming back next week. So after doing that, most of the women being in the porn star industry for 5 years, by the time they've been in that porn star industry 5 years, they go home, they want to settle down, they want to change their life, and then they try to get a man, and that man can't satisfy them, and they can't satisfy him. Why? She ain't got no walls. Of course, the man gonna be excited, when he first gets some, that first little while. But on down the line, she can look him in his eye and tell he's sexually, he's not getting nothing from a yoni. Because she done let men that she wasn't gonna be with, that didn't give a care about her, that didn't want nothing to do with her. He does not want anything to do with this woman. And she let too many of those men have a relation with her and push her walls back and knock her walls down. And now she met somebody she crazy about. She really, really care about. They really care about her. And she's finding out now sexually, I can't satisfy him. Because my walls is just worn out. He's not getting that grind and that grit and that sensation that we supposed to get having a connection sexually. Because it's a woman's womb is made only for less than 5 men. You supposed to be able to count how many men. Your womb is specifically made for one hand. You look on each feet, you got 5 toes. You look on each hand, you got 5 fingers. That's the limit right there. Off one limb, one hand or one feet, one of them should let you know you should have no more than 5 divorces. You should have no more than 5 men inside of you. That's 5 spirits being dumped inside of you. And one thing about a man's spirit, it never leaves out your body. A man's DNA never leaves out of your body. So you'll be having children with a dude that's a dark skin, and the baby come out light skin all the time. You'll have relation with a white dude, and then come back and then you get pregnant by your husband or your boyfriend. He a black dude, and your baby come out with damn the blue eyes. So a man, all this can be Googled, all this can be studied. Women who have multiple sex partners, your child can come out with your previous partner's features. That's why it ain't wise to do that. That's why most black women, they always get accused of being unfaithful. So when they get pregnant, the dude look at the baby don't look like her, the baby don't look like me. No, I ain't claiming. And so many black women have that horrible issue to where the guy just, nothing you can do, nothing you can say, he don't trust you. Nothing you can do, nothing you say, he don't claim none of your children. And you telling him, look, man, you've been the only person I've been with. I haven't had, man, that baby don't look like me. Man, that ain't my baby. And then what really mess everything up is when grandma come to the hospital to see the baby. The sister come to the hospital. You know, the relative, the brother come to the hospital. Then, you know, they get back home along with the boyfriend or the husband, whatever. They say, man, that ain't your baby. I think that dude baby next door. Man, that ain't your baby. I think she's still messing with her ex. But that ain't your baby. When a dude, mama tell him that, man, the female got to understand it's nothing you can do at that point. That's why it's not good. You cannot have a body count or a count of men that you have a relationship with over 5. Once you get over 5, that don't mean that you can't redeem yourself and go to the Lord, go to the Heavenly Father and ask for repentance. Okay? That don't mean you can't do that. But once you've been over 5, you have already disobeyed God. You have already went too far over the edge with God. And God's punishment is you're going to become a witch. And a witch is nothing more than a hag. A hag is an old woman that has no man. She has no children that come and care about her and check on her. And she have no grandchildren. Because a righteous woman is blessed by God. It says her bosom will be filled with children. Her children will praise her. But when you've been a whore, you've been a harlot your whole entire life, and here it is now, you 40, you 50, you 60 years old. Now you got to still walk to the store. Now you got to go do all this. You ain't got no grandkids coming checking on. You falling down on the floor. You laying on the floor 2 days before you try to regain consciousness and get back up. Don't nobody even care about you. Your hair done fell out your head. Your teeth done fell out your mouth. And then you still trying to walk around with them tight pants advertising your sexual body parts. And it's embarrassing and it's disgusting because young women are falling in love with an older man. But ain't no young man ever falling in love with an older woman. That don't happen. That's not what happened. It can happen, but you won't see it in your lifetime. I ain't talking about the stuff you see on the internet and what you watch on TV. I'm talking about in real time, in real life. You will never see a 25-year-old messing with a 60-year-old. It don't happen. It don't happen because that 25-year-old young male, he can go out here and get him a 25-year-old young woman. But young men, it's just not normal, it's not natural. Now, it is possible, but they don't go fool with no older women. Now, a man can be 50, 60, 70 years old and still get him a 25-year-old woman. And she be in love with him. It happens every day. It happens all the time. Most men like to date younger women. But when an older woman get her a young man, only thing she better do is make sure she got him a place to stay. She give him some Jordan, get him a car, and get him that PlayStation, and keep some money in his pocket. She gonna have to pay him. Other than that, he's gone. Soon the wind blow, that's where he go. And that's a very, very, you know what I'm saying, serious statement. So women, you have a window. And your window is from 18 to 38 to have children, to get married. After 38, you can end on having healthy children. After 38, you cannot, if a man wants 5 kids or 3 kids, you cannot have 5 or 3 kids after 38 that's going to be healthy. Some of those children are going to be having Down syndrome, some of them are going to be retarded, and some of them are going to be, the rest of them are going to be stillborn. This is just an act of nature, because guess what happens? After 38, you start losing, menopause start kicking in, meaning the window has closed on you for you to be having eggs. Don't know women have eggs after 45. After 50, ain't no woman having no eggs. You know, eggs meaning you don't have no menstrual. You can't get pregnant anymore. And most women after 38, that's when they start losing their egg. You know, they don't have the menstrual no more. So the menstrual is letting you know, hey, stupid lady, it's a time period. It's a time period. You need to hurry up. You need to find you a husband. You need to go on ahead to patient. Because one thing, most women don't want to have no children. Because they're going to mess their shape up. They're going to get all fat. Their titties going to be sagging. So most women, if they can help it, they don't want to have no kids. Who want the kids? 90% of the time, always going to be the men. Because men care about legacy. They care about their name. They want to be respected. And they want people to respect them and their family. And they want something to protect. They want something to lead and guide. Men are natural born leaders and protectors. So it's always going to be the man saying, man, I want some kids. Man, I want some kids. So men, women, you have a period of time to get married and have children for a man. If you can't have children for a man, he don't want to marry you. Unless you're going to go get with some man who already got a bunch of kids and a bunch of mess and a bunch of baby mama and a bunch of drama. Unless you want that type of stupid stuff. Okay, yeah, that just, you know what I'm saying? The worst part of life for you. What type of woman want a man that got to argue every weekend about picking his grandkids? I mean, it'll argue every weekend about picking his kids up from his 6 baby mamas. Every weekend it's an argument. Every weekend, one of them busting your window out your car or trying to go come to your job and fight you because you with their baby dad. Or they kids come to your house and terrorize your house when you pay bills at because they there to see their daddy. And they mama dropped them off and they mama said, she better not try to whoop y'all. She tried to tell us to sit down and stop climbing on the wall. Then here come the baby mama. She said something, don't say nothing to my kid. Don't say that to... What type of woman want to put up with it? Get your own man, have your own children, and let that be it. That's good quality of life. Don't be taking care of no other man's kids by a BI. Nah, you don't forget her. He don't even want to put up with her. Hell, he don't even want to put up with his own kids because he got to put up with her. That's why they always say most black boys do not have a father. Why? Because once you go look for those men and you go back down, you're going to find a woman that put the man out the house and kick the man out the child life. And she keep up so much hell to where the only way that they can have peace unless he stay away. So it's never the man's fault all the time. Most women, it's their job to bring the man around and keep the man around so the child can have so the child can have a father in their life. If you love your child, you're going to go out there and work a job. You're going to go buy him some clothes. You're going to go to the grocery store. You're going to cook food. You're going to bring everything to that child to make sure that child is having a healthy and productive life. And if you're going to go buy them food, clothes, shelter, and water, then you at least should make sure that you can stay in good graces with a man or with the father so the child can have a father in their life. Now, we understand men that's alcoholics, men that on drugs, or men that may be homosexual, or men that may be locked up living the street life. We understand that. But you can't keep having 5 baby daddies and all of them was nothing ass niggas. No. We gotta account you for that stupid. That means you don't care about your son or your daughter having a father, one that helps you teach them. Kids get tired of listening to one person all day. It seems like you're trying to dictate them. You're being a tyrant over them. But once you have a second opinion that's saying the same thing to the child, then that kind of balance things out to them. Then they can kind of, kind of get the hang of it a little bit of what you're saying. But when you the only one saying it all the time, every day of their life, then you sound like a broken record. But when you have backup, when you have someone help you raise the child, and both of y'all saying the same thing, it kind of sinks in better. That's why you need a mother and a father. You got the left side of the brain, which is the father, the right side of the brain, which is the mother, the right side of the brain, which is the mother, which is emotion, the left side of the brain, which is the father, which is logic. Your children are being mentally and psychologically attacked and destroyed because you, as a woman, may be too ignorant to work with a man, to keep a man in your life long enough to help raise your children. They suffer from mental psychosis. That's what makes bastard children. Not having the balance of teaching in spirit for their brain. So fellas, hey, if that's all she want to do is jump in that bed and keep jumping in that bed and then not just, 1 or 2 times, she want to keep going all night. Then the next day want to keep going. Man, 9 times out of 10, that woman is already having relations with other men and they done warmed her up. She probably went out before she got off work because a lot of women have the workplace relationship, meaning you at home, you they man at home, and then but you don't know when they get to work, they got a man at work. Everybody on the job know them two right there is cold. Everybody on the job know that. So when you show up, say, man, yeah, I came, I'm looking for Tiffany. It's like, okay, they get on intercom, they call Tiffany. Yeah, I'm a husband. I came to bring her the car keys, or I can't bring her to lunch. Everybody at the job looking at you like, you Tiffany? Dude. When everybody at the job looking at you funny like that, your woman is having intercourse with somebody on that job. Then you got that one dude that keep looking around the corner looking at you, but he don't speak. Yeah, that's the one your woman fucking right there. Yeah, that's him over there. Little eye, big nose ass nigga. Yeah, that's him over there. And so she already done had sex with 3 dudes before you get home. Or before she get home. And she's still warmed up. That's why she want to keep going, because this woman really is turned out. She's really worn out. And you be hitting it like, man, this stuff ain't, why you want to keep going? Because you ain't got no good stuff down there no way. But you really think that's your gal, that's your wife. Her stuff all pushed back, you can't even feel nothing. You get more sensation if you put your private member in a trash can and just roll the trash can around. Or roll down the window, 90 miles per hour, just hung your member out, hung your rod out, and just let it blow in the wind. You get more sensation out doing stupid shit like that than coming home, getting in the bed, rolling around with her. And you can't tell a woman, girl, you ain't, your stuff ain't all that down there now. Now, if I just go a week or a month without having some, of course, I'm going to be happy to get some. Anybody, if you ain't had no food in 2-3 days, somebody gave you a cracker, it's going to be like the best cracker in the world. Shoot. You used to eating shrimp, lobster, and steak. And you ain't ate in 3, 4, 5 days. If somebody gave you a dry piece of bologna, they're going to be the best piece of meat in the world. So of course, a woman, may think in her mind she got some good stuff down there. Like I tell women all the time, you got some good stuff, you supposed to have lines of men ready to marry you, boo-boo. If you got some good stuff, a nigga ain't gonna say, woo, that was good. Take him a nap, get up, put his clothes on, and he gone. So my stuff must be good, made him go to sleep. Now the nigga was tired, he just so happened to bump into you and have a relation with you before he got ready to go to sleep. Or a nigga need a nap. That don't mean you got some good stuff because a nigga went to sleep. What the hell that mean if a nigga was tired? He was gonna go to sleep if he ain't getting nothing from you in the first place. How you know you got some good stuff? When a nigga get out that bed with you, he don't want to go home. He ready to marry you. If you can't get a nigga that don't work, that will get up and go to school, that will get up and go to work, that will get up and come home and bring the money and take care of you and marry you, no, you ain't got no good stuff down there. If ain't nobody trying to marry you, to get on their knees and beg you to marry them, you ain't got no good stuff. Because them same dudes will get up out of the bed with you, walk down the street and meet a female at Walmart, working at McDonald's. And to jump in the bed with them and say, woo, okay, and they'll marry them. Here you is been the one being with him the whole time, helping to pay his child support, and he'll go out of the street and meet another woman, usually a younger woman, and he'll marry her. So stop thinking that women stop thinking that your yoni is what's gonna pull a man in and make a man soon as I put this on him. No, only thing you're gonna do is just get your walls worn out, and at the end of 2 or 3 years, this nigga gonna be gone and can't stand your ass. Because you're trying to use witchcraft. Women that try to use sex to get a man, that is witchcraft. And God said, hey, witchcraft and sorcery is against God. So God ain't gonna never bless you with peace in your life when you're using witchcraft. Trying to use sorcery. I'm gonna put this on him. Cause that's what witches do. That's witchcraft. Witch always to clean it up for children. They say witch do what? She always riding a broom. Don't no damn witch fly in the sky riding no broom. But with the broom they talking about is penis. She's always riding penis. What do witches do? They always doing what? Put on wigs. You've never seen a cartoon where the wicked witch has never had a wig on. You've never seen that cartoon. You've never seen that movie that a witch did not have a wig on. Tell me why you black women got wigs on. Before you get out of the bed, you get to reaching the funnel for that wig. You ain't even brush your teeth and wash your ass yet. Tell me why y'all got these wigs on your head. Another thing about witches, they always infatuated with long nails. A woman with long nails, she can't cook, she can't clean, she can't take care of a baby without scratching shit and breaking nails. So nails is not something that's cherishable or not a fetish for a hard-working, righteous woman. Nails is for a woman to show you she ain't cleaning shit, she ain't cooking shit, and she ain't raising no kids. Every time you got long nails, every time you reach down to pick a kid up, you scratching them in the back, you scratching them across the head by mistake. When you just moving your hand around and you got nails, you just moving your hand around, you accidentally scratching yourself all the time. Like, damn, I scratched myself in the eye. Damn, I scratched myself in the face. So why do you need, ain't no wrong with having pretty hands, but why you gotta have a fetish? Why you gotta overly do it? Ain't no wrong with a woman getting her nails did every now and again, but when you have a fetish for it, when you act like before you get food, shelter, and water, you need to get your nails did, you need to go get your wig, something wrong with you. That's called vanity, or you're vain. Vanity means when you're overly obsessed with yourself, trying to look pretty, thinking you're more beautiful than what you really is, because ain't nobody on this planet that ever walked on this earth is that beautiful. Beauty is not what you put on or how you look. Beauty is how you treat people. Beauty is your relationship that you have with God. That's true love. That's true beauty. Now, if it's not pertaining to that, the quality of life and how you treat people, you understand what I'm saying, and how you teach people, if your beauty is not based on that, then you're not beautiful at all. You're vain. That's vanity. False pride, stubbornness, false beauty. excessively being stupid enough to want to spend money and trying to make yourself look good. Because deep down inside, women that have these type of dumb fetishes for clothes and hair and purses, they know deep down inside they really don't look good. They know they're not that attractive. But you feel if you buy something, you feel you're going to get another wig, maybe every 3 days you look like somebody else. So, brothers, be very, very careful. If that woman just getting on your nerves about sex, hey, you got a rusty thought. She's worn out, bro. Because the average woman, by the time, the way nature has it, by the time a man have an orgasm, a woman supposed to already been had two. So in 10 minutes is long enough for you to satisfy a woman. And that's a normal marriage couple that been together for 10, 15 years. They don't have sex for 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 hours. Yeah, people do that when they're young or when they first meet. But after you've been with somebody 10, 15, 20 years, come on now. People don't stay together that long thinking they finna have relations for 4 and 5 and 6 hours every day. People that been together 20 and 30 years don't base their longevity, don't base their beautiful love off hours of sex. Nah, they really into the spirit of that person. They're really entwined with seeing this person grow and motivating them and being happy. They don't base that off being able to get in the bed for 20 hours. So, brothers, whenever you see a woman that just overly, excessively demanding, not asking, she's demanding you come out and do it again. Drop her, man, because this woman is burnt out. She's a turnout. She already has. She's lived periods in her life before she got with you. But she done had sex with 20 men in 1 week. Some of them 20 men in 1 day. I've seen it done. I know this for a fact. That's how I know what the signs to look for to give you some knowledge and wisdom, because I done seen these type of women. To manage these type of women before. So I already know, hey, oh yeah, she burnt out, she turned out. I can't get no more money out of her. She's a fool. Yeah, she gonna be taking all the anger and frustration of all the past men that's dogged her out. She gonna take all that out on you, bro. And then a lot of them, they sexually frustrated, so no amount of sex gonna ever satisfy them. That's why they go from men to women, from men to women. Then they start going from dogs to cats. Horses and cows and shit. You go to a woman's house, and then a lot of these women, you think that they being dykes, they just wasting pussy. And the reason why I tell you that simply because you go over their house, they got dildos longer than broomsticks. Man, you can't run. You can't. You don't want to do no her. A lot of you women, homosexuality between two men is rape. Homosexuality between two women is molestation. Sodomy and Gomorrah. Molech is a god it's a false idol that was worshipped in Egypt and in Africa. It was known as the god of molestation. That's where you get molestation from the ancient demon god called Molech. You can look it up in the Bible. You can Google it all day long. You will see it. Baal worship, Molech worship, and Astari worship or Eastern Star worship. When you worship Easter, you're worshiping Baal's wife, which is Astari, and they had a son named Molech. This is man, woman, and child, Mary, false god, and Christ. Jesus is Molech, molestation, pedophile. That's why you see Molech or you see Jesus doing what? He has a bunch of children around him and on his lap. You see Jesus doing what? Hanging around 12 men and ain't a damn woman in sight. You need somebody to come in and break down the imagery to you, because before there was a Jesus, before that Jesus story ever popped up, where they copied it from, you got to go back to the ancient text. You'll see exactly where they copied it from. You'll see it all through the Bible. This is Phoenician and Canaanite false religions that they use. Inside these religions is witchcraft. So if you believe any parts of these religions, like Christianity, which is the wood, Islam, which is the stone, the Kaaba stone, if you believe any parts of these religions that has idols in them, you are under a God spell or a God spell, which is witchcraft and sorcery. And through witchcraft and sorcery, they can control you and disconnect you from God ever helping you. That's why the Hebrew African people, God told us, the Canaanites and the Phoenician and the Egyptian always have these spells on you, because they doing witchcraft and sorcery to you. So they know, I'm going to disconnect from giving you power, helping you. And they're going to be able to take advantage of you for hundreds of years. That's what the white man does. He make you believe in Islam, Allah, Christianity, Jesus, Catholicism, Mary, Buddhism. He make you believe in all these religions that God said do not believe in. And once you start believing in them, all the help that God was helping you and giving you, now you ain't getting it no more. Now you are under the destruction and under the control of the slave master, of the slave catcher. That's why always in ancient time, most of your most bloodiest wars that were fought was over religion. And the reason wars was fought over religion, because we're going to try to force you away from your God to where they can't help you. Whenever us as black African Hebrew people return back to our God, we was able to break down walls, break down mountains, break down nations, we destroy empires in one day. Once we return back to God, go back and study Egypt. When the children of Israel was in Egypt, we destroyed Egypt in one day when we went back and returned back to our God. It's simple. Witchcraft and sorcery. So like I say, brothers, do not get yourself confused with these harlots. Don't get yourself confused with them. Every time you turn around, she want to jump in the bed. Then she want to get an attitude. You come too quick. You come too. All that. That's nonsense. You're dealing with a witch. Drop the W, add a B. Now you got bitch. A witch and a bitch is the same thing. We just back in ancient times we said witches. In today's time, you switch a couple languages. Time passed by. You add a B. You call them bitches. Same thing. Same thing. So do not be thinking about getting married to a woman that claims she got a high sex drive. No, she's worn out. And one thing about a lot of these women, by the time they get in their 40s and their 50s, and they're going through that menopause, them the worst women ever in your life to have around you. Now, it's decent when you're dealing with a woman in her 40s and her 50s, she going through menopause, okay? But not a woman that's in her 20s and her 30s and she going through goddamn early menopause, because she's worn out. A lot of these women in their 20s and 30s, they already got to get hysterectomies, because they worn themselves out just that fast and just that bad. And that's 50% of the women in American society, because American is a land of whoredom. Freedom means free to do what God said don't do. Brave, the land of the free, land of the brave. Brave means you brave enough to disrespect the Lord, to disrespect God, to be stubborn against God. The land of the free, land of the brave. Freedom mean what? The women are free to go and be whores. America is the land of whoredom. Tells you about that in the book of Jeremiah and the book of Isaiah. So when they say land of the free, land of the brave, it's talking about you free to do what thy wilt, which is a quote from the devil himself. Ezekiel chapter 28. I'm free to do whatever I want to do, God. You don't tell me what to do. So in Old English is free to do what thy wilt, or do what I want to do. That what freedom mean. Brave mean you're brave enough to go against God and the angelical angels. You're brave enough to go against God and his people, which is the black, ancient Hebrew, African Hebrew Israelites. You brave enough to go against God's people, knowing it's going to be hell to pay for doing that. And they put us in slavery. Nothing on this planet God cherished more than us, the African Hebrew people. Nothing on this planet. Not even the sun, moon, or the stars. Nothing on this planet he cherished more than us. All those things was created for us. So brothers, do not get yourself tricked. Do not get yourself fooled. And you think you got a fine woman. She nice, big butt, pretty skin, pretty face. Don't just look at that. As soon as she mess around and get in that bed and she getting angry and she want to keep going and keep going and keep going, that's your first sign that God is trying to tell you this woman has had sex with multiple men before she came home to you this week. And a lot of these women, they loyal. As long as you looking at them. If you turn your head for 1 second, they already screwed 5 people. They loyal when you only that's your wife. She's only true to you when you standing in front of her. I promise you, if you walk away for 5 minutes, she already had sex with 10 guys. And women that do that, when you come back, before you start looking and seeing evidence and finding little things that let you know that she's unrighteous, she's an adulteress, the first thing they always do, the spirit, God is going to put a spirit on them. The devil going to get inside of them. And then those demons are going to make this woman start saying stuff and kicking and punching, trying to argue with you to throw you off from looking at all the evidence that's there to let you know she's the unrighteous one. So she gonna start hollering, trying to start a fight and cause an argument to divert your attention from paying attention that she's not righteous. She's filthy. So she gotta create a fire to hide the smoke. Every day you come home, this woman arguing with you. She's accusing you of cheating. You get out the bed, you get out the bed, you go in the bathroom. Use the restroom real quick. You come back. Yeah, I know you up off in there cheating on me. Huh? Girl, ain't nobody help but me and you. You get up out the bed. You go in the kitchen to go get you some water. Who was you texting to? Who you talking to? I'm talking to nobody. Yeah, I know you're texting on your phone, texting that other bitch. Huh? Girl, my phone is right there beside you. Yeah, you just put that phone. I promise you, God is giving you a sign that, look here, you a good person. Get from around this evil demon. God is giving you a sign. That person is psychotic. As long as they live, God would never ever bless them with a man. They will never have peace. Every day on this earth will be hell to them. But they waiting to die. They think they're going to die and go to hell. No, you're going to receive all your hell right here on earth, or you can be in peace with God and walk with him and have heaven right here on earth. Your choice. So when God is taking a person through hell for their sins and for their evil, they got demons all around them instead of angels. And then here you come, you see she pretty, she got this nice skin. That's why in the book of Proverbs it said, do not be taken by her eyelids. What do you see every time in today's 2020, in today's time? What are women more focused on going in the store buying? Eyelids, eyelashes. That's something to let you know you're dealing with a wicked, stupid fool. And that's a demon that's on her. And God said, he trained and let us know this one of the signs to let you know a person is demonic possessed. The Lord said, do not be taken by her eyelids. Proverbs chapter 5, Proverbs chapter 6. Her tongue is slicker than oil. Meaning when you ask her, why are you doing this stupid stuff? She give you a smooth answer. Like, oh, that makes sense. Baby, why 5 men, I just got out of work, why 5 men just came out the house? What's going on? Oh, all them my cousins. They just got down here from California. Okay. Mouth is smoother than oil. Her ways are unknowable. Meaning 1 minute you think she's faithful, and the next minute you ain't so sure. 1 minute y'all having a good week, and then the next day y'all having she's saying stupid stuff, doing ignorant things, causing a demonic drama and contention in the house. Now you don't know if you even want to be around her. Her ways are unknowable. It's hard for you to tell whether or not she's righteous or she wicked. That's what it means. Her ways are unknowable. A righteous person, they don't kind of halfway look like they evil. But an evil person is evil. You can see a little bit of it, but they can halfway look like they got some righteousness in them. But a righteous person, it don't work that way. They don't teeter-totter. A righteous person, you know, every time you see them, every time they speak to you, every time you get up and look them in the face, you know that's a good person, huh? And you put your life on it. But with an evil person, one day you feel comfortable with them. The next day you say, no, I don't think that's a good person there. Then they come back and say something smooth to you and lie to you, and then get you back in their graces. Don't fool with it. If they lukewarm, they either gonna be hot or they're gonna be cold. If they lukewarm, leave them alone. I read for a person that's cold-hearted, just cold. Let me know that's what you is. So brothers, do not get a fool made out of you. And a lot of you women, you sisters, do not let women trick you into being in a homosexual relationship. Dyke and lesbian. And lesbian mean y'all just trying to be like white women that lived on the island from Greece called Lesbo. You're just trying to be like white women. And so the main thing is, do not let no woman, if you're a woman, do not let no woman trick you. A witch trick you. Because the unrighteous woman is a witch. And when she get old, she will be a hag. A hag is a poor, distraught, alone, demonic woman. She has no children around her, no grandchildren around her. No one can be around her without themselves receiving some type of contention and hell and stress from dealing with her. So everybody see her, they take off running. That's where you headed down, black woman, if you continue to be evil. If you don't hurry up and find you your blessing, which is a man of God, you ain't got that long. You want to go out here and mess with these evil men, these unrighteous men, these little thugs, these little gangbangers, these little drug dealers. You want to mess with them? Guess what? They will never have a future. And if you put your future with their future, you won't have one either. So don't go from I ain't gonna mess with these evil dudes. Oh, these dudes ain't no good, girl. And now here you will laughing in the face with an evil demonic woman. And then this woman going up in here pulling those dildos out. Those artificial penises, pulling those out to my girl. You can't get pregnant out this. That's something that a wise and a righteous woman wants to do, is get pregnant. Yeah, girl, you can't get no disease out this. You got this woman sitting up here putting whole broomsticks up in you. And now you catching more hell and more stress from her the same way you were catching with these little thugs and evil men, little gangbangers. You catching the same abuse with this woman. Now you don't want to be gay no more. Now you want to go find you a man, and guess what? You finally found the right one. He get in the bed with you, and you look him dead in his eye, and y'all get to have a relation, and you can tell he's not satisfied. He's not happy with what you got between your legs. He's saying in his mind, ain't no way I can be with her. So you start knowing he's not finna fool with you no more. He just gonna get it, hit it, and quit it. Because you allowed yourself to be worn out by evil men. Then you got with these women and allowed yourself to be worn out. And you're down there playing with yourself with these long, fat dildos to where, guess what? When you do get tired of playing with that thing, because that thing is not the real thing. When you get tired of messing with that thing, and you say, I really, really want me a man now. and you a woman, and you go out there and find you a good man, he got a good job, you know, he's a good person, he's a man of God, your family love him, then he get in the bed with you and say, oh Lord, this ain't gonna work. You can see it in his eyes, you can read his thoughts through his eyes, because eyes are the one to the soul, and you know this man ain't finna be with you, he gonna get it, hit it, and quit it. Now you back having to sift through the pool of demonic men. Now you get men at the bottom of the barrel. When you was young, you was had to get men at the top of the barrel. But now you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s. Man, you can't get none but old, worn down, broke down men that smell like piss. Cause them evil men that's old, get a little SSI, they back hurt, they knee hurt, they smell like piss. One thing about most old men, you can tell when they evil. Most old men, they smell like piss. They can take a bath, take a shower, put cologne on, they still smell like piss. So you women gonna be sitting up and laying with a man that smell like piss every day. Because you chose to follow them witches, follow them whores, and then you ruin your time frame on what you had for God to bless you. God is telling you, hey, I got the blessing for you. I got the blessing for you. You say, hold on, God, I'm finna run off with Rochelle right quick. God say, hey, I got a good man for you. I got a good man for you. He gonna take you places. I'm ready to bless you with him. Hold on, God, I want to go to the club first. Hold on, God, I want to go out here and do drugs and run the street first. And now here you is 38 years old, want to come back, and 30 years old, want to come back and tell God, God, you still got that man? God said, no, I gave him somebody else. Then I had another one for you, and you told me to hold on and wait. I done gave him somebody else. But God, don't you got somebody for me? Now God ain't answering you. Now every weekend you find another man, and then he come by Friday, and by Sunday, he can't now want y'all stand one another. He gone. He can't stand you either. Now you have a nervous breakdown. Now you having a stressed out life and having suicidal thoughts. When you should have did right the first place. You should have did right the first place. But you want to go do wrong. Now you look dumb. Now you tell yourself, I should have went to school. I should have finished school. I should have been working when I was young. That way, now I'm 50 years old and I got these 6 jobs and still can't make it. I should have got me a man that won't have to work so hard. He'll go to work for me and pay all the bills. But I wanted to be that little side hoe and then get a fruit out of chunk chain. Now I don't even see those tricks no more. I don't even see those men no more. Man, I messed my life up. That's what you're going to be saying. That's what you're going to be doing. Before you get 35 or 38, you should already be married and ready to have children. Or begin to have your children. One when you got from 18, which is 28, 38, that's 20 years you got to find a man. If you can't find a man out of 20 years and you had sex with 20 men, I'm sorry. You're a witch. God has cursed you. Shouldn't take that long. Most women that be locked up in prison can't even look at a man. Soon as they come home, they know what the respect of having a man is, because they know what it was to be absent and no men around. Those women come home out of prison in 6 months, they already married. You women out here in the free world see men every day and ain't got none. Only thing that is a testimony on how stupid and ignorant and how much cursed you is by God. God has cursed you. Because of those little secret, wicked thoughts that you got in your heart that you need to let go. You need to repent and change your mind frame.